Start again.
Yeah, I'm going to start again. So, Cheeky, you introduced this time then.
I introduced last week.
I just introduced, always, yes, but sounding very deep. Who is? Yeah, it's background music. It's not supposed to be anything special. All right, so, all right, I've already introduced. Cheeky won't do it, so it looks like I'm doing it again. Welcome. This time, hopefully the last time, this time, is, we're back to doing the podcast that we started last week, that we're doing again this week, to do with Two Monkeys and an Angel. This is episode 2. Hello, welcome. No, I mean, it sounds too basic. Right, that's because it's in the background. I can turn it off completely. I'll turn it off completely. Right. Hello, guys. We'll start again. We're here. We're live. Hello, people in Chatland.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right. As always, we're going to start with small talk about what we've been doing for the week. Cheeky doesn't want to start, so Angel's starting. So go on, after you.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm working. I work with my my boss. That did go as predicted. I did all the work at the end of the night.
But that's what
Well,
bosses
he
make you
helped
do,
me.
isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't like working with her. I also had to do a mid shift, which because the kids have finished, it was very busy. Loads of Just Eats, but I wasn't dealing with them. The boss was.
When did they finish? They half terms now, I suppose, isn't it?
Today.
Oh, today,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
term
Some of the last had some time off. They finished at 12. You know,
Right.
the ones that are doing the exams.
Oh, okay. Are they doing exams as well already? Are they? Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GCSEs and stuff, isn't it?
It's already started. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah. So they are up to that.
Oh, SATs.
No,
SATs have already started, have they?
Yeah.
I suppose
GCSEs and stuff.
it's that time of year. That time of year. I did.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think of this time of year as exam time, because we're only in, was it May?
May. No, it's May, June is when.
I always thought it was summertime, but then in summertime is when we go back. No, hang on. Summertime's when the school year finishes. But yeah, exams are before that. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yep.
Completely
Yep.
forgot.
So a lot of them are coming out at 12 o'clock, sort of thing. And,
I remember that.
eating the lunch.
I remember my last day.
So,
I remember my last day. My last exam, I think it was a morning exam. I don't know what it was. I think it was science. Can't remember which one it was. But I remember coming out about lunchtime-ish, 12-ish. And they all said bye. That's all they did. They said bye. And then that was it. You finished and you weren't allowed back. It's really weird. Back in the day. That was the 80s. Back in the day. Nice. I let off a fire alarm on my last exam. Bet you did. Bet you did. I wasn't a rebel when I was young. I might be a bit rebelly now, but I was a very goody two shoes. Very. I kept to the. Well, I didn't say kept to the rules. I didn't keep to the rules, but I tried to rebel a little bit in the final 2 years because we had a school uniform, but I bent it a little bit near the end. Because you had to wear, it was like charcoal grey trousers, I think it was, and I decided to go out and get myself some very light coloured grey trousers. God knows why, they were bloody awful, but I thought they looked really good. So I was rebelling by wearing these really light grey trousers. But I was in the last year, so I didn't care. But anyway, I'm taking over your talk. You carry on. Sorry, or was that it?
So and I'm working this Saturday night. So I did a stream yesterday because it was my day off. So I wanted to raid Cheeky, but she couldn't get on.
No, sometimes it's difficult. Yeah.
So, but I did my
trouble
first Horde Every Night stream.
Well, you did.
Yeah. For 7 days. So.
Okay.
For a couple of hours.
Have I got an ad already?
Yes, you've got an ad.
Already?
It'll be for the next 3 minutes.
You don't see those. No, you can't. I mean, you must be on. Right.
I see it.
I've had to turn you both off because I wasn't sure if that was affecting me as well. So I've had to turn you both off. Sorry. I've got so many tabs open.
Yeah, and me. I've got loads of
I noticed
new tabs.
you turned me off because I've got nobody in now.
Right, I'm free.
You've got me in. You've got me in.
I'm freezing again. Why am I freezing again? It says I'm excellent. But it does, yeah. It's showing me freezing again. Is that because of the ads? Not because of the ads. I can't turn the ads off.
It says low latency.
Right, I've turned you to 480, and you see
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to.
clearer. I know. But you still.
We've been fine all this time. We've been doing this for a long time, and it hasn't affected us.
You were only on ads, so.
Yeah, but still, why is it doing that?
I mean, you've only got a picture in the background, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got nothing going on.
Apart from your camera, and it's buffering.
I do not know what is going on. We can't start all over again because that's really. What are you singing to, Cheeky?
My music.
Okay, don't forget your live to the nation. You're my background music now, eh? Am I back? Am I back? I don't know if I'm back or not.
No, you're freezing.
Am I? Is it cold? I don't like this. Why is it doing this?
Is it your camera?
No, I can't. Freezing? No, don't see why.
Your camera is freezing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but according to Nicey, my audio is as bad. So it's not just my camera; it's all of it.
Yeah,
it's all of it.
Oh, Odin's son. You had one job.
I presume I can see that on mine, but I presume you can't see that on the stream, can you?
No, nothing's happening.
I do not understand what is going on. I've got nothing on to make things worse. I've got everything off. All I've got on, literally, is a capture card, Discord, and OBS on one computer. On the other computer, all I've got on is Twitch. That's all. How can I have too much on? That's all I've got. That's ridiculous. Got Cheeky doing background music for me, so I haven't got that on either. So I don't understand.
Oh, the back, and your back.
Just checking. What? Just checking my internet to see if it was me, but I'm on fiber. We're on fiber. Went on a few channels.
You're back again.
You're back.
I'm back again.
Your ads finished, and you're back.
It's the ads. Why are the ads doing that? I had ads, and ads did that to me. Well, they're off for another hour, so shall we get on with it then?
Yes, please.
Because we're back. Cheeky, your turn. Unless you got more to go, of course, Angel. Because you carry on what you have.
No, I did a horde every night for the first time. I'll probably be on in the morning.
Is that vanilla? Is that vanilla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably be on in the morning for work.
Thank you, Nicey, for still being there, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're going to be on in the morning. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow because I just don't know. But Cheeky, how's your week been with me not being here? By the way,
my week was very quiet. I had no nagging, no complaining, nothing.
What are you trying to say?
Monday and Tuesday, I was on my own.
Yes.
No, I wasn't. My friend came to pay a visit on Monday. So she walked Lexi for me. And then I had the girls popping in after school to walk Lexi for me. And then on Wednesday, I actually got out of the house.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I went to the dentist.
Oh, for Nicey, you might not be aware, I don't know if you're aware, Cheeky's had an operation, so she hasn't been out of the house for about 3 weeks. So people know what's going on.
Yeah, it's 4 weeks tomorrow. I've had a total knee replacement.
She was very careless and lost her knee, and they replaced it for her.
Yeah, they had to replace it. So yes, it wasn't a normal dentist appointment. I had to see the hygienist, and that's only because I've been without a dentist for 7 years.
Yeah.
So considering that, I only needed one fill-in when I went. And to see the hygienist for one visit, and
how much to £75 to have your teeth cleaned?
£75.
I'll do it cheaper than that.
No, they did it properly, and it wasn't like it used to be in the old days where they got this hook and really helped at your teeth.
Yeah,
it was like this little electric thing, And there was no, it
Oh, you
didn't
do.
hurt at all.
Right, you do. Did it not? Okay.
So yeah.
Still £75. I'd have done it for
I
a
know,
fiver.
and then it was like £15 for the taxis because it was right across the other side of town. But I didn't care. I'd managed to get into a dentist.
That's 90 quid.
So
90 quid to
that
have your
was
teeth
that.
cleaned.
And then yesterday,
Listening.
Nutty doesn't know this, but I was a little bit naughty. I went to the post box.
Bum, bum.
Huh?
I said, no, carry on.
Oh, I went to the post box to post a game that I had sold for Nutty on eBay, and I took Lexi with me.
Ooh. Well, how's that being naughty? Well, it is a little bit naughty because she could have she could have seen something and ran, and then you'd have been being dragged down the road.
In the beginning,
or hop down the road, one of the two.
And I told her off down the path, and then she just walked a little bit, looked at me, walked a little bit. So we literally just walked around the block, which is a small block.
That's still a lot.
So
that's still a lot of walking.
It was more than I have walked, but I did it.
No wonder when I got
good.
home, I was being told how knackered you was. Well, now I know why, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'm going to go out for a walk with Nutty and Lexi to see if I can walk a bit further.
I still think where I'm going to go, you won't be able to manage it, but okay.
Well, I can always turn around and go home.
Well, I'll probably beat you, but yeah, okay.
So other than that, I did a couple of streams where I did the Outback Roadies, just did a solo run for 2 days.
So I noticed you had like a big truck.
Enjoyed.
You got a big truck, haven't you?
I've got in our playthrough, I've got the battle bus.
Yeah.
Battle bus.
In my solo one, I've got a battle crane, which is worse than the bus. But yeah, on my solo run, I think I've had 2 deaths because it is harder than vanilla. Definitely.
Of course it is. Supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed that. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but by the time my daughter, she was here. My daughter and my little granddaughter, they were here. By the time they went and I'd done my exercises, there wasn't time to stream before my other granddaughter came to walk the dog.
Hello, not a gamer gaming. Hello.
That's a name, isn't it?
Hello.
Hello, Navs. Hello, Navs.
Hello, Navs.
AKA Daphne.
And apart from that,
which one are we talking about?
Doing a bit of card making.
Not a game of gaming. That's a mouthful. You should.
Yeah, well, just call her Daphne.
You need to put more. You need to put more gaming in that. You need to be not a gamer, gaming, not gaming, gaming, but not now. If you did that, it'd be easier. Carry on.
No, it wouldn't. Right, so that has been my week.
Right.
I've only actually got out twice.
And one of them was naughty.
Yes, it was naughty.
Bit of a mouthful. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mouthful. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, actually for someone like me. But anyway, actually, but yeah. So that's you done now, is it?
Yes, that's me done.
I forgot to add that I went to the doctors on Monday as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Sending me for tests.
Well, again.
An MRI.
Again.
Sending me for an MRI and tests.
Dear.
Nerve tests and a consultant's.
Whose nerves have you been getting on this time? That went. Woof, okay.
Okay. 50's just done a rip. I've done a rip sound. Hi, 50.
He's not on my stream. Oh, there he is. Lol.
Yeah.
Right. Welcome in, 50. So
hello.
me. I've been gallivanting around the south coast because we've been opening. Because I work for the Blue Cross, we've been opening a brand new store down in the south coast in a place called, is it Hive? I think it's called, down near Southampton anyway. So I have been putting up the odd little video on YouTube. From outside. Yeah, because I was staying in this hotel that was overlooking the marina in Hive, and the other side of the marina was the It's not. It is it's not a stream, more of a river, but it's called something else. It's estuary. That's the one.
Estuary.
Estuary. So down the estuary, there was boats constantly going up and down. So I put 2 videos on YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel, but I put on there. I put a cruise liner going out to sea, and I put a cargo ship coming in. Being. I've always thought that cargo ships were pulled by tugs, but they're not. I think they're.
No,
I think they're
just guided.
You love our accents. I haven't got an accent. I taught normal. I taught proper. The rain in Spain. I do. But the rain in Spain.
No,
you've got a southern accent.
Real proper. Yeah. Real proper. Yeah.
Real proper.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They only meant to blow the bloody doors off. That one. Yeah. Bloody proper. Anyway, keep saying proper. Yeah. We're speaking the King's English. He's with the Queen's English.
Get it right.
Yeah, it used to be the Queen's English. Now it's the King's English. You just drive on the wrong side of the road. No, we invented it. We drive on the right side of the road.
Yeah. You just turn it over.
He's your king too, is he?
We drive on the left side of the road.
I know.
Not the right side.
I know. I said we drive on the right side of the road. But yeah. Who invented it? We didn't invent it. Did we invent it? I don't know if we did. We're sure we did. Because we had the horses first, didn't we? He's coming here to make a speech. Is he? Ah.
Is he?
Throne speech? Poor old bugger. He is an old bugger. He's in his 70s, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late 70s at that.
And he's still trying to get over cancer, so that we might get a new king. We might. We will one day, obviously. Hopefully not just yet. That's all. But yeah, that's how. Yeah, he's speaking at the House of Commons. Is he? I didn't know that. I suppose he can. Let he the hottie. Your chat. You read it.
Let's see the hottie king laugh out loud.
Okay, is he a hottie king? Which one do we mean? Do we mean William, the potential king? Who? If it's after William, who's next? George. That's it. George. Yeah. William's the hottie king, is he? Ah, right. Let's get the hottie king. There's nothing wrong with the king as he is. He's all right. He's waited 70 odd years to get it. Give him a chance to have at least a year or so.
Yeah.
God. He's waited so long. God. But yeah. But I've been down in Hive, so we were opening a brand new shop. What we open for another week because we haven't got anyone to run it yet. So we're still advertising. We've got it ready, but we've got nobody to actually run it. So as you do. I was so sad. Sure. I'm reading your chat. Read your chat.
You just read it for me. I was so sad when the Queen died. We took the day off nationally. Laugh out loud.
I had to work on her funeral day. I was at work on her funeral. I was listening to it on the radio. Nobody came in, but I was having to listen to it on the radio because I had to bloody work. Because they said it was busy, and it wasn't. Because everyone was watching it or listening to it or there.
Yeah.
But everyone should be given the day off on that day, really, I think. Because not every day a queen dies. Well, not for us anyway. Because she's been a queen for so long. I think they should have let us have the day off personally. But yeah, I really hope. I saw one again.
I hope they give her a national holiday here in Canada.
Yes, definitely.
We have Victoria Day. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't you got a state, Victoria? Isn't there a state or isn't there a town? I'm sure there is. Victoria in the name. I lose track. I don't know. But yes, so Hive for the week. I only got back last night. That took forever. No, it's no state. I don't know. I'm from the UK.
Thank you.
Provinces, isn't it? It's provinces.
It's provinces.
Yes.
Yes, it's all French, isn't it?
See, I remember. Yeah.
Canadian French.
Yeah. French. Yeah. French. Yeah. Them over there. Yeah. Across the channel. The garlic munching Frenchies. It's their fault. But yeah. So I should have been home early like that, but I didn't because unfortunately a 2-hour journey turned into a 5-hour journey, as they do. Canada is French, British, and I know it is. I'm mucking around. Yeah, sorry. Slap wrist, sorry. Okay. Sorry, Daphne. I've been reprimanded. I reprimanded myself. There you go. French, British, and native. Keep reading Canada. I'm speaking in the King's English, mate. You know what I mean? Anyway, Canada. How about that? But yeah, so I didn't get home till late. And then I was working again today. I went to Stowe today. Market town of Stowe. Quite posh in Stowe. Yeah. But the problem with Stowe, it's full of foreigners. That's the bloody problem with Stowe. I think I bumped into a Japanese person, a Chinese person, 2 Americans, somebody from South Africa. God, there was more people from around the world in Stowe today than there was people working. It was ridiculous. But then again, it's a tourist town.
The manager, the South African.
Yeah, he's South African, but then 2 other South Africans came in again as well. And so they were talking about all this South African stuff. I don't know what they were talking about. It was all in a foreign language to me. They weren't talking English. They were talking in English. Posh in Stowe. Yeah, it's posh in, well, Stowe itself's not posh.
Stove.
Not stove.
Stowe
on the world.
Stowe.
Cotswolds way, mate. Cotswolds. We got stores in the Cotswolds. But yes, that was my week. Rubbish. I was working just like Angel. That's more talk. Stowe. Yes, Stowe on the Wold.
No.
I need to watch this every day. It's like we're not on every day, but you can. We do put it on as a YouTube video. You can repeat it daily if you want to. It's fine.
Yeah.
But can you imagine doing this daily? My God, I would go mad. I would go totally mad daily. God, I couldn't do that. Right, that's enough of small talk. Right, we need to move on. Right,
Yeah, I've got too many tabs open.
we need to move on. Right, who wants to go first with the big worldwide things? I haven't got music for all this. I've got to find music for all this stuff. I had it on a minute ago, but I think I turned it off. Hang on. Oh, it's still there. I've got music. Right, here's now for the big world things. Right, who's going first? Angel, go on. And what have you got to talk about?
I've got a few
Yeah.
things that I've searched on.
You want to put your camera back on and see if it works? You don't have to, but if you want to.
No, I've got it activated on my chat thing, so people can see me when they come into a chat.
Okay.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, if they want to.
A few things. Okay, there's a woman who goes to bed at 8:30 and sleeps in a cage because she wants to live to 150.
How's living in a cage going to make her live to 150?
And
What's the cage made of?
I don't know, but I can read you the article.
You don't know. You just told me about it. You must know what's going on.
Right. So Kayla, 33, is a co-founder of the Wellness Space, a biologically upgrading clinic, and a creator and host of Longevity podcast. She goes into bed at 8:30 every night to ensure maximum deep sleep, as well as getting into her 15,000 daily steps, working 90-minute blocks.
15,000 daily steps.
15,000 daily steps.
How many do you do, Cheeky?
And she.
Not now, obviously, but before you had how many did you used to do?
Probably in excess of 10,000.
Okay, that sounded a lot to me. But carry on. Sorry.
But sleeping in a cage, so there's a picture of her and her husband, sort of thing.
Oh, they're both in the cage.
The sleep thing.
They both sleep in a cage.
Like in a pod thing.
There's a pod. Is the cage in the pod? Or is it a pod?
No, look at the pod. The pod is the cage.
The pod is the cage.
I'm gonna copy this.
So have they got like a big bed in there as well or something?
Okay, there's the link if anybody wants to read up about how you might be able to live to the age of.
I tried to get Jen to sleep in a cage, but he doesn't listen to good.
That's her husband.
I gathered. And I know, Cheeky, I am not sleeping in a cage. Thank you very much.
No, nor me.
So she's 33, but she looks 100, yeah?
Well, no, she wants to live till she's 150.
There's no guarantee she will. There's no guarantee she won't. How's she going to prove this?
I saw it and thought, the sleeping in a cage. I thought, like, how is that going to make you live to 150?
Don't yuck my yum. What even does that mean? Sorry. Explain yourself, Daphne. Come on, I am intrigued now. Sorry, carry on.
Yuck to her husband.
Oh,
yum.
Yum. Okay.
Yum.
You will have to Google it. I will. I'll Google it. Do you want me to Google it now? I'm going to Google it while you're talking. Carry on. I'm going to Google away here because I need to know what this means.
I've put
Daphne says.
what's this?
No, that doesn't work with
The
Daphne.
link in
Sorry.
chat.
Sorry.
I've got a link in chat anyway, so everybody could see it. Your chat.
Yuck to. I'm just putting yuck to my yum in a moment. Yeah. Oh no, not yuck to my yum. It's yuck my yum. Ooh, this could be rude. I could be getting a big B bar on the screen in a minute because I might be going to the dark web. I am on the dark web. Okay. Don't yuck my yum. Please don't yuck my yum. Please don't yuck my yum. Yum yum duck yuck my yum. Yum 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 yuck my yum. There's a lot of yumming yucks going on, isn't there? Okie dokie. Ooh, hang on. Let me just find this. Where is it? Don't yuck my yum. Angel, I love that you watch my streams and these poor people are not prepared. Don't yuck my yum. I don't know what it means, but I'm with it. I'm with it. Carry on. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. That's the one. I've put the link in your chat.
That's your first one.
If anyone wants to have a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got a sports one.
Do we want to do one each and then go around the circle? What do you want to do? We'll do two each. Do two each. Go on. Do two each.
Right. Well, the next one is about Gary Lineker. You know he's finishing with match of the day, don't we?
Yes. Yeah. Has he been yucking the yum as well?
No. It says, what did Gary Lineker tweet? The match of the day's host most controversial tweets are set to leave BBC, sort of thing.
So he didn't text yuck my yum then, I take it?
No.
Okay.
I just thought I'll put a sporty one there.
You love the BBC. We all love the BBC. We have to pay for the bloody BBC, so we love it. We love it. Yeah.
Because we have to pay for
all the best accents. Yeah. Alan Shearer's got a good accent. Cheeky likes Alan Shearer. Always like your mum, I forget.
Oh, I love Alan Shearer.
Yeah, she does. There you go. Yeah. It's the accent and the bald head is what she goes for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I found.
So what did he tweet then? He tweeted something controversial. He tweeted something controversial to do with I
don't know.
I do know. It's coming to me. It takes a while, but I'll get there eventually. He tweeted something about something religious that he shouldn't have religiously tweeted because it wasn't
about a rat has recently been used as a anti-Semitic insult.
That's the word. Yeah.
Into the language used by the Nazi Germany.
Yeah. I didn't understand it, but if someone did like it, then I totally understand it. Totally understand it. Yeah. So he's leaving the BBC, isn't he? And he's going to be.
Yes, he's leaving the match of the day after this season.
And then Sky are going to pay him double the money. He's going to go there. So he's quite happy.
Yeah. He's still got a job.
He's still got a job, and he don't care. Right.
You like CBC?
Yeah. Well, don't we all? Yeah. I don't know what's on it, but yeah, Billy Peter used to be on it. I don't know if they still are. That's showing me age. Flumps.
CBC. What's CBC?
Children's BBC.
I assume it's
Children's BBC.
Canadian.
No, isn't that children's?
Canadian BBC.
Oh no, because that children's BBC would be CBBC, wouldn't it?
BBC.
So it's Canada. Is there a Canada? But of course, there's a Canada. Why is there a Canada BBC? Canada Broadcasting Company. Got nothing to do with the BBC, surely.
No.
It's just Canada, isn't it? Right. Right, so
get rid of that one.
So you're gonna get rid of, you're gonna tick things off. I've done that. Right, tick. Go on.
Get rid of my tags.
Right, yeah. Right. Oh, you got that. You got tags, yeah. Well,
yeah.
Last week I talked about Eurovision, and Cheeky fell asleep because she was so bored, and I think so did Angel a little bit. Because all went very silent.
No, I didn't. I watched the first one. I watched the Austrian. I watched the Austrian one entry.
They came exactly after us, didn't they? Austria, they're people that don't know.
I woke my husband up just to
watch it. I think
to watch us.
I think Cheeky stayed up until the British one. They went to bed, didn't he, Cheeky? If I remember.
No, I didn't. Oh, no. I stayed up to watch the German one,
and then went to bed. Yeah. I stupidly stayed up until 12:15 on the following morning.
Oh my God!
I know, but I was excited. I was because.
And you know what? I'll let you into a secret, chat. He was a grumpy so-and-so the next day.
I didn't get enough sleep. I need a good 10 hours. I didn't get it. I'm an old bloke and I need my sleep. But for people that don't know, if anyone in chat wants to know what Eurovision, put your hand up so I can see it. If I don't see any hands, I know that you all know what it's all about. Right, so you all know what it's about. That's fine. So Eurovision this year was where was it? It was in Switzerland this year, so it was in Basel, or some people call it Basel, which is not. It's Basel. It's not Basel. It's Basel. It's definitely Basel. Don't call it Basel. They don't like it. So it was in Basel this year, and there was 37 countries taking part, but only 27 or 26 got to the final. 26 got to the final.
And Austria is not really Europe.
And, why wouldn't it be Australia? You mean not Austria?
No, Austria is not classed as Europe.
Where's Austria
they
then?
out the European Union.
Did they?
They opted out the European Union.
Yeah, but Australia's not even.
Europe.
Yeah, but Australia's not even in it.
No, Austria, who won.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. People don't know that. You spoiled it.
We're just not in the EU.
That's very true. Yeah, we're still on the same continent. They might not be in the European Union, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? I missed that.
Is that yours?
Yeah, I mean the UK isn't. Yes, we are. Yeah, we're still in Europe. Yeah, we are. We're still in Europe. But we don't have to qualify because we're one of the big five. Supposedly, we pay the most money towards Germany, France, Spain, us, and somebody else pay more money than anybody else. So we get France. France, Germany, Spain, us, and somebody else. There's a big five, but we all get through to the final straight away. Because if we didn't get through the final, we'd never get to the final because we always put in crap. Could be worse. You could be North America. How's that worse? I don't think that's worse. Personally, I don't think that's worse. It's a little bit worse, but not much worse. But yeah, so Austria won. They were 9th. We were 8th. So people can't say that because there was 26 countries that people forgot about us when the one that won was right next to us. But Cheeky,
I thought it was bloody awful.
I thought it was awful as well. And I like listening to opera. But
God, I don't.
It was operatic pop, wasn't it? That's what it was. Operatic pop.
It was hideous.
And it was a bloke that sounded like a girl, didn't it? That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
I thought it was a woman, and it wasn't. It was a bloke. Not that it matters nowadays, but it sounded like a woman. I must admit. But no, yeah. But yeah, they won. Israel almost won, but until the very last minute, Austria picked them to the post. So we're all in Austria next year, and we can't wait.
Not a game. He says, well, Canadians are the coolest, but we would rather be European.
You're definitely the coolest because you've got a very cool climate, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All those mooses, they have to keep warm somehow. So that's But anyway, yes. Canada. It's not cold everywhere in Canada, is it? It's a bit like saying that it's all cold all over the UK, and it's not. It's warm in the south and cold at the north, which is much similar to Canada, I suppose.
And Australia, though.
Australia, every big country, isn't it, has got a cold bit and a warm bit, I suppose, isn't it? Really, every big one.
Yeah. There was a controversial. What's it about the Eurovision?
It's cold all over in Canada, is it? Okay. Is that why they say with the kids? Because you're always inside. Boom. Anyhow, Carrot, you were saying, sorry?
There was an article about the Eurovision winner as well.
Oh,
I found.
I hadn't heard. I didn't know that. The UK is actually further.
Yeah.
Our ocean does not keep us warm. Trust me. You won't want to go swimming in the North Sea.
So he says the winner wants 2026 edition without Israel.
Yeah, but I don't see how they can say that because Israel is part of it. Oh, I know. But
he's expressed regret over Israel's participation in this year's contest despite the war in Gaza.
But how did they come second then? It was a public vote and they came second.
I know, but I'm just saying.
The Eurovision is split into two. They have a public vote and they have a judge's vote. And in the judge's vote, which comes 50% of the vote is both.
I've heard of Newfoundland.
And in the judge's vote, which comes first, the UK came 8th out of 26. It was in the public vote where there's a chance of getting between nil par and 400 points, and we got nil par, which meant I can't even say that word. We got naught, hence why we came where we did. I'm from a province
Well,
called
to
Newfoundland.
be fair, it was a pretty rubbish song.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard worse. Last year's was worse, but hey, yeah. Last year's beat this year's by one
Last
by
year's
one
song
precise.
was better, but the actual portrayal of it was just very distasteful.
I also love how people from the UK always pronounce Newfoundland proper, and half of
Proper.
can't seem to do it. Well, how can you not get Newfoundland?
Newfoundland.
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 It's land that's
Break it
new
up.
and it's been found.
Found.
It's easy, isn't it?
Newfoundland.
Yeah, they found it. It's new, so it's land. But yeah, that's my first one. So as I said I would, I recapped and we lost. But then we everyone knew we were going to lose anyway, so it doesn't matter. My second thing is that just want you to say proper and calendar again. Of course you do. Right. Last week I also mentioned that Fallout is coming back to Prime for season 2, and season 3 they've announced has already been agreed and going into production almost straight after season 2. So there'd be a continuity. This has come from one of the stars, Maximus. He's saying there could potentially be 6 seasons. 6 seasons of Fallout.
I haven't finished watching season 1 yet.
Have you not?
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, I think I played the game a little bit, but I think there was enough in the series that you didn't need to have played the game to still enjoy the program. Personally.
No, I've never played the games.
I've never played the game either. Well, I have played Fallout. Is it 64 or something?
I think it's 64. There's a couple, isn't there? I think I played New Las Vegas. I played that. That was quite good. Graphics are a bit rubbish, but they would be because it's about 10 to 15 years old. But yeah, I can see them bringing out a new. Well, they have. They brought out a mod, haven't they? There's a mod for Fallout where you can play the British version. Fallout, I think it's Fallout Great Britain or Fallout UK. Forget what it is, but there's a mod being made by modders that are nothing to do with Fallout, and they've made a whole new game from Fallout that's just based in the UK. I've got a video of it somewhere, but I'm not going to play it today. I should have got it ready. Sorry. But that's me. That's my 2. Cheeky, have you got one?
I have got one. I don't know if people will find it very interesting.
Controversial again, chat. Controversial.
It's not
Last week was controversial. This week, not another controversial one.
But this, I feel, because we are of a certain age, that this topic...
You don't have to feed your children. All you got to do quickly is put their heads under some taps, let the water come down.
Go feed your kids.
Stomach fills up with water, it'll be fine.
Right,
See you next time.
Interrupting.
Thank you. Bye, Daphne.
Right, so anyway,
see that
I
every
was
day.
looking at things that I thought were interesting, and I came across something that stated that Denmark is set to have the highest retirement age in Europe by 2040.
Controversial.
So currently it's 67, like it is for Angel, myself, and Nutty.
I thought it was 68 for us.
No,
No,
it's
67 for us
67.
women.
You sure?
For us women.
I thought it was
Yes,
68.
It's older for men. It's older for men.
I'm sure it's
I'm
68
not
for me.
sure.
It's
It might
67
be.
for women.
Yeah, I think it's 68 for me.
So anyway, the retirement age in Denmark is set to rise to 28 in 2030.
28.
69,
They-
68 in
If
2030.
it's gone down to 28, I'm going to buddy there, I tell you.
And 69 in 2035 and 70 in 2040.
Okay.
I thought 67 was bad enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
now it's 28. Yeah.
That was the first article that I had a look at.
So
And the
so
second-
what's the conclusion to this? No one's moving there because why would you go there to have to work longer?
nobody's
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
to Denmark.
Mark.
They're all going to Canada. That's where they're going. But carry on. I wonder what the retirement age in Canada is. I would have asked, but they've gone now, so I can't.
Yeah, she's gone to feed the kids.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
inconvenient kids, aren't they? Yeah, there's always getting the bloody way. But carry on.
Right. So my second topic
Love kids.
is
I'll eat a whole one. I
gaming
love kids.
news.
Yes.
So Natty,
Yes.
please hold your tongue and stop interrupting. So the second topic is regarding Fortnite.
Fortnite.
And apparently Fortnite is now available on Apple's App Store in the US after being taken off the platform nearly 5 years ago. The title was removed in August 2020 for violating Apple's policies by launching its own in-app payment system.
You've played Fortnite, haven't you,
This-
Cheeky?
I have.
You have.
This would have.
Are you going to tell the
bypassed
stream what happened?
30%. Not a lot, because I couldn't work out the controller. My 4-year-old grandson played it better than me. In fact, he actually won one of those boss battle things.
Well, you were still standing there trying to work out the turn
Yeah,
around.
well, I was still trying to.
You couldn't even turn around, let alone go forward.
No, it was on the Xbox, and I'm no good at controllers.
But carry on, yeah.
So
in
anyway,
yeah.
carrying on.
What did you say I couldn't do?
Interrupt.
Okay, carry on.
Right, so I will go back because otherwise it won't be in context. So the title was removed in August 2020 for violating Apple's policies by launching its own in-app payment system. This would have bypassed a 30% commission that the technology giant charges on all in-app purchases. The move triggered a legal battle brought by Epic Games, which called the fee unfair and accused Apple of ruining the in-app store, running it as a monopoly. And in a post on X, Fortnite said it was now available on the US App Store as well as on the Epic Games Store and the Alt Store in the EU. So we can all say that was a victory for Epic Games.
We can. So have we got anything from chat regarding that? Any thoughts?
So any Fortnite fans out there?
Can I just say no? I played it once. I got killed by
we
somebody.
played Lego Fortnite.
That's nothing like Fortnite. It's totally different. I don't mind Lego Fortnite. It's got nothing to do with Fortnite. I just didn't like the build. I know you don't have to build now, but when that first came out, you had to build, and you had all these 2-year-olds running around killing you because they were building up big platforms that I couldn't work out how the hell to do. So I was dying by at the bottom, although these 2-year-olds were shooting down at me. So no, don't like Fortnite.
I don't think they were 2-year-olds.
Oh, I bet they were. I bet they were. If not 2, 3, they were young, whatever they were. You can imagine it right now.
Okay. Well, I've got a gaming one.
I'm going then.
Right, okay. I saw this article. There's free access to a game that had been taken off. So there's on the date of the 6th of May. We sincerely apologise to all the fans of Bio Prototype. The game was removed due to the publisher's policy violation on Steam, and compensation plan did not meet your expectations. But they've put it back on. So the developers of the team published globally, blah, blah, blah. 2084, they broke Steam rules since they are not the admin of the publishers team.
Naughty.
We were unable to know the details of the violation. As a result, their Steam account was permanently banned, and all games they published, including ours, were removed forever.
Can they do that? Can they ban permanently?
Yeah. This violation had nothing to do with our team or the Bio Prototype, but the Steam required all games cooperate with the account to be removed. The removal only affects Biotype, its sequel BioWeaver, and is a new project. But Steam have offered it as a free access until I think I can see it. I think you've got till June.
Nothing to do with Bioshock, I take it.
No.
So I was thinking of
it should be said that, but will be available free on Steam for 2 months after the 20th of July 2025. The return to a price set by the Empro Games.
And what's the game about?
Get yourself a free game.
What is it about, though?
Biotech, I don't know. I just saw.
You just saw it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I just thought you might have actually tried it and see what it's like. That's all.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, we're talking about free games. Talk about free games. That's a good link to the next section. Free games of the week. I can show you what the free game is, and it's a really good one as well. Shall I show you what it is? Would you be interested to know what it is? Hang on, let me find it. Let me get it going. I'll find it again now. I've lost it. Delivery or Costs. It's a brand new game that's just come out. It's got bad language and violence. It's brand new and it's already free on Epic Games. Already free. So if anyone's got Epic Games, Delivery or Costs is now free. And I don't understand why, but the year it's set in 1959. A time of rock and roll, polka dot dresses, and the even looming dread of nuclear annihilation. Got free games, yeah. Yeah. It's free. Yeah, Epic Games, go. Yeah. Step into the shoes of Winston Green, a down on his luck courier with a fiery temper and a proper mysterious past, as he delivers highly unconventional cargo, leaving a trail of havoc and chaos behind him, ensuring he does what it takes to deliver at all costs. The reason I'm mentioning this, it only came out in release date was 22nd of May. It's literally just come out and it's already free on Epic. It's worth $25, it's worth £24, about $30, isn't it? So it's unusual for a brand new game to go directly onto Epic as a freebie. But hang on, I've got the thing here, so you can.
Is it the same company that did this plaything?
Come on, don't do this to me.
It's made by
Damn it, Courier.
Studio Far Out
Not
Games.
again.
That insufferable fool just in time is our biggest competitor. Oh boy, here we go.
But it actually looks quite good. Why I don't understand have they given it away as a freebie?
You know.
I think it's only for a limited period.
It is, I know.
This is how you handle
But still, get it now while it's free. A good game just come out. It's a driving game where you're a courier. It's a bit like Up. A little bit. You have to get around the world driving, and you can destruct things. You can bash into things. It looks really fun.
What the? Are you a boot short, Norman? I see everything.
I'm showing it off on my chat at the moment. But I've never seen a game like it. But it's a little bit destructible. A little bit. Looks like Prince William.
Looks like
Prince Harry.
driving.
But I said it's set in the 50s. Free games, you can't say no to a free game. Well, you can say no to a free game, but why would you say no to a free game? So yeah, was my next thing. I'm going to just get rid of it. I've lost it. There we go. But yeah, free game on Epic. Free game in the week. Go find. There it is. Cheeky, you got any more to say?
No.
That'd be a no then. Angel, have you got any more to say?
Yeah. I've got what's it?
You've got all three. Cool.
So, is it better to shower in the morning or the night? Experts say there is a clear answer.
So is this every day? Once a week? Twice a week? What are we talking?
Let me finish. Yes, there's no wading whether it's better to shower in the morning or night. A microbiologist penned a viral article on The Conversation which argues there is a clear answer, sort of thing. It's the showering for our health, well-being and hygiene. There's some debate on whether what marks the perfect showering time. And I'd like to know from the chat what, if they shower,
if they shower,
time of day. If they shower,
they might not want to shower. Yeah.
No.
I usually have my bath in the morning.
No, we're saying showers, not baths.
I don't have a shower.
I don't have a shower either.
You stinky people. They don't shower at all.
No, because we've only got one of them pathetic things that goes on the end of the bath tap.
Okay.
That's some people that their body reacts throughout the night. There is the most strong argument to showering in the morning. That's because most people don't wash their bed sheets every day.
No.
So you're showering. So if you're showering before bed, you're still likely to be jumping onto your sheets that
And all
contain
that dead
bacteria
skin.
from the previous night.
Lovely.
So it's best to shower in the mornings.
Yeah.
I only shower for Christmas. Good. Yeah. I have bath once a year. No, actually, no, I don't. Yeah, at Christmas.
No, you don't, you smelly person.
Yeah. So Dr. Primrose Freestone explains that you still sweat throughout the night, and these skin cells can become food for bed mites and trigger allergies.
So what they're saying is shower in the morning.
In the morning,
What,
yeah.
every morning?
Don't shower before bed.
Every morning?
Well, every morning you're wanting to shower.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, because I'm sure back in the Stone Age that they didn't have a shower every day, and I bet they didn't have a shower at all. But they just jumped in a mucky pond occasionally, and
if it rained.
and
or
look
if it rained.
what happened to them. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
I know.
They barely reached 30.
Precisely. Yeah. So if you want to live to 150, live in a cage with a shower. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
And then you'll live to
A shower
150
in the morning.
every day
shower
in the
morning.
cage. Yeah. Before you get out of the
Yeah.
cage. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, sleep in a cage.
Sleep in the cage
Sleep in a cage.
and then shower
in the
every morning.
morning.
Yeah, but in the cage or
Yeah.
out the cage. Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Any more? Tell you what. Shall we have an interlude of a nice? Well, I would say it's nice, but yeah, nice. I found this this story, and I'll read it. And then you can tell me what you think about it afterwards, and I'll show you afterwards. I'll show you on screen what it is afterwards. But anyway, a woman had been admitted to the hospital after experiencing forgetfulness and worsening depression over 3 months. Scans showed changes in her brain. A year earlier, she had been admitted to her local hospital in southeast New South Wales, Australia, with symptoms including abdominal pain, diarrhea, a dry cough, and night sweats. She should be showering in the morning. Her name, I can't pronounce it, said the brain biopsy was expected to reveal a cancer or abscess. The patient had been treated for what was a mysterious illness that we thought ultimately was a condition, can't even pronounce that, no, I can't say that, a proper condition, because we hadn't been able to find a parasite before, and then out of nowhere, this big lump appeared in the frontal part of her brain, she said. So what do we think was in her brain? What do we think?
A bug.
Suddenly, with her forceps, she picked up this thing that was wriggling. She and everyone in the operating theatre were absolutely stunned, she says. She said her patient regained consciousness after the parasitic worm was extracted without any negative consequences. She was so grateful to have an answer for what had been causing her trouble for so very, very long. 6 months after the worm was removed, the patient's symptoms had improved, but persisted, the journalist said. The patient had been sent home soon after the surgery with drugs and had not returned to hospital since. She's done okay, but obviously because there's a new infection, we're keeping a close eye on her. I wonder what had been. I don't understand, and I'll show you what it looks like now. I don't understand how that got in her brain in the first place. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works.
No.
But yeah. But at least, so you can see on that one. There's a little right on the front. There's a thing going on there, and then that came out. Lovely. Right. Any more?
Well, you've got an ad starting in about
I've
a minute.
I've cancelled it. Have you got
I
any?
can dismiss it. You still haven't. I can dismiss it.
Well, I dismissed it.
It's still coming up for me, and I'm a mod.
Okay, well, let's see how, because it's not there anymore. Okay. Right, I'm losing that. So, you got any more? Or do you want me to go again?
I've got something about Jeremy Clarkson. So
Okay.
this it might be his. There's a lot going on because he's had like cancer stuff.
Has he? I didn't know he had cancer.
Yeah, there's like. Yeah, he had last year. He had an operation
Did he?
regarding the cancer. Yeah.
I did not know about
Loads of
that.
things. Yeah. I saw it. He was only going to do. He was going to leaving, not doing another.
What, Clarkson's Farm?
Yeah. Yeah, killing Clarkson's shop farms by stepping away from Clarkson's farm for one reason. That's what I saw.
Mm.
So it could be for health reasons and all that.
It could be. It could be.
Mm.
Well, I got something else I want to talk about in the minute when you finished.
Clarkson's Farm's on Prime.
It is.
Number 4 starting this week.
What was that? Is that season 4?
Yeah, season 4.
Yeah. I've only really watched a little bit of season 1, and it's starting again. There it goes. Now it's starting. I can't stop it this time. It's gonna go right in the middle of my. It doesn't matter. It's right. But yeah. So I've got something else. If you want me to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on June 20th, 28 years later, the installment 3 of the Now trilogy, 28 days later, 28 years later, comes into our
28 days, 28 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, and now it's 28 years. So 28 years later, it will be coming out in cinemas in the UK at least from the 20th of June. So I'm presuming it's going to be the same around the world. British made. Cheeky singing again. That's a British made horror film that has done wonders around the world. But I've got a quick trailer of it. It's obviously based in the UK. It's the Teletubbies.
Wait, sit here. Auntie, what's going on? Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
The trailer looks to me like it starts. They are 10,000 days ago. So it shows the very beginning, doesn't it? Then days become weeks.
7, 6, 11,
Because at the end of
20 miles a day.
Yeah.
28 weeks later, it was going over to Europe, wasn't it?
Yeah. And this looks like it's based on an island just outside the UK.
There's no discharge.
It reminds me, this island reminds me of Holy Island.
Don't look at what's in
I think they did. That looks like the Causeway in Holy Island, up in Northumberland, in the UK.
Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war.
So that's where I think it was set.
If you're
Yes, buried and then came.
they will get the top of you. Food, food, food.
But they tried to make it even more scary than the original.
There's no
The original was scary.
But it was, yeah,
I think 2 was better than 1 personally.
yeah.
Try to think of something different.
I think they've got to try and get a look of Walking Dead out of it on this one.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a real person there. Zombie.
7, 6, 11,
So
5,
Cheeky can't wait for this, can he, Cheeky?
17, 30.
You won't be watching it, I don't think so.
No.
You can't wait, can you? I thought that was one of the things you're really looking forward to.
No, definitely not.
So what we watched 28 years later in this household, it would seem.
Is that next summer or this summer?
This summer, next month.
Oh,
That's
so-
coming out next month.
Oh dear.
So have you two got nothing else to talk about this week? You completely out of things to talk about?
No, it's been over an hour.
Okay, well I've got one more thing if you want me to say it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have one more story that I found on the internet because it's got to be true. I found it on the internet. It's called Indian Police Arrest the Notorious. Hang on, I'm going to get this right. The notorious poop and run thief.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right. Some people have incredible control over their body and its reactions. Many great actors, for instance, are able to cry on demand, bursting into tears whenever their role so demands. Mr. Deepak is like that too. He, however, isn't an actor, but a thief. and his ability isn't crying. Instead, it's crapping himself. Deepak is able to loosen his bowels at a moment's notice, unleashing a torrent of poop. Although we're sure this bizarre capability could still have landed him some kind of entertainment role, he decides to turn it into a life of crime. Mr. Deepak is a notorious serial thief who has plagued Delhi for quite some time. That said, he's not the sneakiest of thieves, and cops have chased him many times after he's been busted. That said, he's never been caught. Like a revolting octopus, he has always deployed his stinking distraction when the police closed in, dashing away when they recoiled in disgust. Not anymore, though. A police team armed with stink-proof masks finally arrested Deepak, who has confessed to his crimes. He is identified as Mr. Deepak. He's a 27-year-old living in Delhi, India. He's also something of a supervillain with an unusual ability. He cannot fly or shoot lasers by his eyes, nor has he a superhuman strength. However, his ability to control his muscles with incredible precision, more precisely, is able to loosen his bowel at will. Well, there you go. If you want to do it properly, you got to crack yourself. Cheeky's good at that. So you crack yourself all the time, don't you, Cheeky?
No, she almost craps herself.
Almost cracked herself.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. Well, there you go. All done. All done for another week while I drop my bottle on the floor. Well, that was a different one. It started off, I don't know how, then it sort of went better, and then, I don't know, weird.
Yeah, it's a slow week, news week for me. I was struggling to find anything juicy.
Yeah. I found something juicy at the end.
Yeah.
There's always something on the internet worth finding if you want to look for it hard enough.
If you look hard
It's
enough.
knowing where to look. That's the thing.
I have got a couple of other things, but they can wait till next week. It's fine. Because we are, like I said, we are over the hour. Well, only just, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But okay, so thank you very much. Hopefully people did enjoy that. As I said, it is only episode 2. If people do like it and they want to carry on watching it, they need to let us know, because we're not going to just keep doing this for the fun of it, because, you know, it's not fun, is it? But if you do like it, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And other than that, thank you, guys. We'll do it all again next week, I suppose. We done then, and we finished.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Night.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
good night.
bye bye.
Good night, chat.
Night.
Bye bye.